added to the game very soon. There's a new player settings menu, which you can use to choose how much health and what power-ups the players start with. This will even work if the player respawns from a checkpoint. There's a new mini version of the buzzsaw, and it works the same as the bigger one, except it's much smaller. There's a new variant of the vine, which looks like a swinging chain. Also, now, some objects can be hung from chains and vines. This can be used to create many deadly situations. There's a new jet power-up, which allows the player to fly through the sky. The fire can even burn things like wood. There are many new grass and flower decorations which can be planted on the ground. There are new stone brick blocks which can be made into different colors. There's a slightly cracked version, and these are the only ones that can be bombed. There's a new snowy version of the trees, and there's also this new snowball, which can fall on top of things and freeze them. There's a new enemy variant, the Acid Boy. This guy shoots acid forward constantly and can melt anything in its path. The Electro Boy is also joining the scene, and he shoots a long beam of electricity, which can even go through walls. The new Block Maker item makes a trail of blocks that disappear slowly in any direction. There are also versions of it that can spawn ice, rocks, and other blocks. There are many new arrows that can be used to control objects in different ways. The Stopper will stop a moving object dead in its tracks. The red and blue arrow will change its direction based on the red and blue color switches. And the same goes for the green and yellow arrow with the green and yellow color switch. There's also a powered arrow which flips direction when powered. There's a new effect menu in the editor, which allows you to choose various different types of effects to add into the game, such as setting the music to different themes and changing the gravity and darkness. Here's what the new darkness effect looks like in action, with various different light sources guiding the way. There's even powered light bulbs, which will only light up the darkness when powered. This is the new camera controller object. It can be used to lock the camera view in place so that the camera doesn't move while the player moves around. It can also be moved by arrows, which can be used to create an auto scroll. It also has various other settings, which allow you to do things like trap the player and have them die if they leave the camera view, or make the player defeat all the enemies on screen before the camera view will unlock. There's a new option to sort online levels by popularity, and with this, there's now the ability to like levels. And if you click on an online level, you can see how many likes it has and how many times it's been beaten. There's also an option to view all of the levels that you've liked. Special challenges will be added to the game, which will only last a limited time and come with special prizes. Acid can now be made full screen just like water and lava. And there's also a new fluid, which is poison. It will kill the player and enemies slowly if they stay inside of it too long. Both acid and poison have a waterfall version. The first new background being added to the game is the city background. next new background coming to the game is the outer space background. This also comes with the ability to lower the gravity so that you can float through space. And the final new background coming to the game is the mansion background. To go with the mansion background, there's a new ghost enemy, which slowly moves around, changing into a solid block that the player can stand on. It also has the ability to change into various other objects. That way, the player can't always tell if it's a ghost or not. There's also another variation of it, which will follow the player while they're looking away. And finally, the first actual boss has been added to the game. This massive frog sticks out its tongue and shoots bubbles out of its mouth, which contain frogs. This is a deadly creature. It won't be so easy to defeat. So that's all for this video. I hope you look forward to the update coming to the game very soon.